Welcome to Survival to Success. Today, I want to talk to you about how to prepare for an ayahuasca journey. Now, ayahuasca is such a powerful and sacred plant medicine that's used for spiritual and healing purposes. And I decided to talk about this today because I'm actually right in the middle of preparing for another ayahuasca journey that I will be doing in just a few days from the date that I'm recording this. So, in this discussion, I'm going to talk not only about just general preparation for an ayahuasca journey, but I'm also going to talk about my experiences, with some of my experiences with ayahuasca as well. So ayahuasca itself it's a brew that is made from the ayahuasca vine, as well as some other leaves that are boiled together. And this vine is native to the Amazon rainforest. And so it's been used by indigenous tribes for thousands of years for spiritual and for healing purposes. And many of these people that lead the ayahuasca ceremonies are either teachers or shamans, from many generations, and they are traditional healers, and they lead those ceremonies, and they're the people in the communities that are highly respected. They have deep knowledge and understanding of the plant medicine, and it's being used in their tribe and in their families, like I said, for generations. So in the ceremony itself, really what it is, it's a sacred ritual where we as the participants drink the ayahuasca brew that's been made, and then we're guided through a journey by the shaman or by the teacher, and we're guided by the spirit of ayahuasca, or the spirit of the plant medicine itself. And it's a very powerful experience. So the question is, and people have asked me this, like, why would someone want to do ayahuasca? Why are you doing ayahuasca? And so there is many good reasons. So the first one is for healing. Ayahuasca has been known to heal physical, emotional, and psychological issues. So it could be trauma, it could be PTSD, it could be it could even be generational trauma from the past. So it's a very powerful healing tool. And the next thing is that ayahuasca can help you to connect with your higher self and the universe. And so it can really expand you spiritually, lead to spiritual growth and peeling off those layers as we evolve as humans. Then for personal development, the ayahuasca can really give you a lot of clarity and insight into your personal journey, which helps you to grow and evolve and really begin to live your life as your authentic self. So living with your true purpose in mind, with what you want, not necessarily what other people or society wants. And there are some people that apparently use ayahuasca for adventure purposes. However, doing an ayahuasca journey is a difficult journey. It is not what I would consider entertaining or fun. So I'm not sure why somebody would do it for a travel experience or for adventure. I just don't see it as the deeper purpose of the plant, but I guess it is happening out there. So I did want to mention that as well. So I myself have had quite a number of experiences with ayahuasca, both in Mexico as well as in Peru with the Shipibo tribe. And uh, the Shipibo tribe are tribes that live right inside the Amazon rainforest, and they have a real deep connection to ayahuasca. And the families and the tribe, like for generations, have been using it for healing, for spiritual purposes. And so when I was there in Peru, we did a number of journeys, usually probably like 7 or 8 journeys while I was there. And each and every journey was different. It was like every single journey that I went on was a totally profound and unique experience of healing, transformation, peeling off layers of trauma and spiritual growth, like just so powerful. And I had the benefit of being right nestled into the Amazon jungle, so it was such a mystical place, and amazing. I mean, the huge spiders weren't maybe so wonderful, but it's really a beautiful, and the energy there is quite amazing. And so when you're going to be having an ayahuasca experience, the key thing is that you want to be in the right mindset. And this is why we need to do detoxification and preparation for this journey. So what our mindset that we're in, if we're clean, we're detoxified, and we have a clear intention as we're heading into the journey, that can all have an impact on what your ayahuasca journey ends up being like. And relatively commonly during the ceremony, people experience vomiting, maybe diarrhea, and sweating as the plant medicine really begins to just work its way through the body. And a lot of teachers will liken it almost like a serpent moving around your body, moving around, and finding those spiritual, emotional things that are trapped in your body and really allowing you to purge it out. And it's a lot of people have this fear of purging, and I did for the first few ceremonies. And I really resisted the purge. But once I actually had my first purge experience, it's not like vomiting when you're sick with the flu. Like, it's completely different. It's just, if you imagine yourself vomiting up a ball of energy, it's not like you're vomiting up a large volume of fluid because your stomach's empty, right? So it is a very freeing experience. It is very liberating to purge during those ceremonies. So so I encourage people to just surrender and just trust that when the time comes that your body wants to purge, just let it purge. And then the other thing is that during the full effect of the ayahuasca, you may have, and most people do, vivid hallucinations, and you can see a lot of different things. Sometimes it can be really hard things to see about yourself, the past, maybe your ancestors. You could see animals, shapes. You might see people. You can maybe even do some healing of others while you're in your journey. So it's very, like, I can honestly say I've done 12 journeys, and every single journey is completely different. Like, there's no one journey that's the same, right? And I'm preparing to head into another journey in a few days. And so I'm actually looking forward to it, to see what what kind of experience it will be this time. And it all depends on what your intentions are when you're heading into the journey as to what the outcome is. So that's why intention is so important. So as we're preparing to head into the ayahuasca journey, we're preparing the days and weeks ahead, it's important to prepare yourself emotionally, because like ayahuasca itself can bring up a lot of deep-seated emotions. And so it's important to just prepare, to just surrender to Mother Ayahuasca and say, hey, I have this intention of healing this trauma from my past, and I trust that you will just assist me with that and help me to see what I need to see and purge what I need to purge, right? And so it's just preparing yourself emotionally for that release. The second part is that there is also a physical preparation. So this is really important. And some tribes will call it a dieta, but a lot of times we just call it, let's say, a detoxification diet. And this diet is actually all about avoiding certain foods, avoiding certain energies and substances for not just days, but it's most often recommended for weeks leading up to the ceremony. And that will help ensure that you're safe, that your body's clean, and you'll have a better connection with Mother Ayahuasca in your experience. Now, for more details on this specific preparation, because I'm not going to get into that, I have a whole nother presentation on exactly what you need to do to prepare for the journey when it comes to the diet, the energy, the food, and what medications to avoid. So if you're interested in getting more information on that, be sure to send me a message or an email. So then there's also the energetic preparation for ayahuasca. So ayahuasca is a very, very powerful energy medicine. So it's so important to cleanse and protect your energy before the journey. So quite often the shaman or the teacher or whoever's leading the journey will clear the space and get you kind of ready. But it's also important for the days and weeks leading up to the journey that you listen to calming music, avoid things like bars and alcohol and toxic people and drama and negative energy. So it's important to just avoid those kinds of energies in those days and weeks leading up to your ayahuasca journey. So inside the journey itself is there's I've been through many journeys and I've heard other people's experiences as well. So it's very interesting to hear about how others experience it and how that differs from yourself. So this is why it's nice to do it as a group so you can all share your experiences. So there's three of the most common experiences that I've heard about from people that have been using the ayahuasca or doing the journeys. The first one is experiencing the most incredible love and connection. So I've heard people say, "Oh, I just feel the most profound love and connection with myself. I feel connected to others. I feel connected to the universe." And I remember for myself, for my very first journey, I felt like I was fully integrated with everything, like I was part of the all. And it was such an incredible feeling. I felt like I was part of the plants, I was part of the air, I was part of everything, and I was just kind of floating in all of that. And I felt like I was, you just feel like such love and connection with everything in your environment. So that can be very beautiful. The second part is facing your fear. So sometimes it can be, really having things that you haven't dealt with, traumas and things that you've kind of packed away and never dealt with. They can be deep-seated fears. And, if you come in with the intention of healing your trauma, Mother Ayahuasca will show you, she will help you to purge out those the what's buried deep in your system so that you can heal and that you can transform. So it's extremely effective and powerful. And so also, as ayahuasca works through your body, it's very common to have purging and detoxing. And like I said, I really resisted that for the first number of journeys because I was scared of vomiting. But I'll tell you, once I had my first experience, I totally welcome it and surrender to it now because it is very cleansing and very powerful and very healing to release, to purge those energetic blocks and all that energy and everything is coming out of you. And afterwards, you just feel so clear and so clean and so light. Like it's hard to explain, but it's definitely worth it to if Mother Ayahuasca wants you to purge, surrender, trust, and purge because it will be the best thing for you, I promise. So another thing is that it's really important to not just treat ayahuasca like, oh, I'm just going to go do this thing and then it's going to be over and I'm somehow going to be completely transformed afterwards. Okay, well, you may have some degree of transformation afterwards, but the integration of that experience is all about what you do after you have the experience. So you may want to take some time after the experience, after you share with others in your group, write it down, like write down what happened during the journey, what experience you had, how you felt when you purged. What did you feel like you were purging, or did you not really know what you were purging? And just really, document that. So that's really helpful as part of being able to integrate your experience into your life once you go back to normal life. And the other thing is that a lot of times, if you can stay connected to the people, either other people that have done ayahuasca or people that were in your group, or a therapist who is really who understands ayahuasca, can help you to process and to integrate your experience. So, or you can work with um, a plant medicine coach. Like I do some of that work with people to help people to integrate their experiences as well. um, after the journey, because once you uncover something, you know, then it's like, okay, well, now I want to talk about how this is impacting me now that I'm back to work and normal life and back with my regular people. I feel different, and now I need help just, with my changed self, with all the things I've discovered, how to put this all together now in a new way so that I can live a better life versus just taking your experience and pushing it away. Well, it's not going to help you that way, right? And so the journey itself is about saying, okay, what did I learn during this journey? What was the insight I gained? What was the aha moments I had? And it allows you to bring those lessons into your life and get help if you need it. Like if you feel like you're having trouble integrating that, get some help by all means, right? To be able to live into your true authentic self. And ayahuasca has the potential to make such an impact on the world. So the more work that we do on ourselves, the more we can affect the collective in a positive way as well. So as I said, the ayahuasca journey itself is just the beginning of a deeper spiritual and personal journey. So it's up to you to take responsibility to say, okay, now I've had this experience. What am I going to do with it? And explore, learn, grow, and then integrate those lessons and insights into your life every day forward. And if you're anything like me, I mean, I had a past history of trauma, abuse, neglect, and various things in my past. And so I had a lot of healing to do. So I went through a number of journeys, and I'm still continuing on this path of doing journeys. And I'm still working on integrating all of the lessons that I have learned. And every time that I go for a journey, I peel off another layer and I expose another level of evolution for myself that I didn't even think was possible. So it is pretty magical and not easy, definitely not easy to do, but it is definitely something that you may want to consider. And making sure, this is why I decided to do this, is to make sure that you're well prepared for what the ayahuasca journey is about. And also, I have another video that talks about the physical and preparation as well for that. So thank you so much for being here, and I will see you on the next video.